town.
Morning glory and hallelujah, everybody. It is the morning after with Nick and Big J. We're here for another week, bro. It is the 15th day of December 2025. She's a Monday. My name is Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, all rise. It's Radio's Big J.
Yep.
Hey, Big J.
Hey, man.
How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm so tired right now.
What happened, dude?
Woke up at 2 a.m., eyes wide open.
That's the opposite of eyes wide shut.
Yeah, I know.
What woke you up, cats?
Oh, no, my stomach.
Oh, no.
Stomach
It's medicine time, huh?
I don't know what kind of medicine, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
Yep. So, I got here to work, started working, and I was like, I don't feel good. I'm going to go home. But I'm like, I stayed. So here we are.
All right. Are you going to chicken out of the party tonight?
God, no.
Okay.
I don't want to miss hanging out at Hotel Renegade.
Okay. I mean, if you're sick, you're sick, though. I don't want you getting me. Do you think it's like something like a stomach thing?
Yeah, probably stomach flu.
Right.
Probably give it to everybody.
Listen, do me a favor. Stay the hell away from me. I do not want to be sick.
No, it's not communicable that I know of.
That you're aware of. Good news, everybody, coming tonight. Big J probably won't get you sick. So, of course, there is a lot going on today. We're going to talk a little bit about that giveaway party. We are going to have an opportunity for you to win some prizes today. Offspring for Xmas, Big J. It's time. Over the next couple of weeks, we are blowing out Offspring tickets, which is happening on January 19th, along with Bad Religion at Idaho Center Arena. So if you've been holding out for these Offspring tickets, we have you covered. And it's an honor and privilege. But not only that, is it okay if we bring a little holiday spirit to this damn show?
We need to, yeah.
Because we will also be giving away a family 4-pack of tickets to Winter Garden Glow. Now, if you've never been to the Idaho Botanical Garden,
nice,
for the winter time, and I know it hasn't felt like winter over the last couple of days, but we're about to hit winter officially coming up next week. But it will get cold, it will get snowy, but still, holiday lights put you in the mood. We're like a week and a half away from Christmas, so we got to start feeling like it. We got an opportunity for you and your entire family to go check out Winter Garden Glow at the Idaho Botanical Garden, which is beautiful, full stop. There's so much cool things happening out there. Santa's out there for the kids. There's a ton of lights. They got, Big J, hot chocolate.
Ooh.
You can put it down your throat.
Delicious.
And other warm beverages as well to keep you company and have some fun. So there will be some cool little things to do. Dare I say a family-friendly morning after, Big J?
Very.
That doesn't sound right. Especially considering we're going to talk so much about death during the course of the show today.
Well, that's part of family life.
Sure. If the kids don't know about it, it's time they do. And we're going to talk about the death of a lot of things. The Boise State Broncos football season. Holiday celebrities, Big J. It's just not. It's
holiday celebrities?
Well, Hollywood, I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I'm in a holiday mood, clearly. Yeah, and not all of it's terrible, but I mean, it's just bad. And so, yeah, it's going to be one of those shows. Ups and downs, peaks and valleys, as we like to say around here. But enjoy a song that will really cheer you up. Here's the Smashing Pumpkins. It's Disarm on the X-Rocks.
With Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by the Holiday Treasure Giveaway Party. Tonight, Esta Noche at Hotel Renegade, 11th and Grove in downtown Boise. It's going to start at 6 o'clock. You're all invited to join it. Those of you that have qualified, you have been notified, you know the details, you know where you need to be, you know when you need to be there, you know what the stakes are, but we are going to have three opportunities for you to join in the final giveaway if you haven't yet qualified. So this party is open up to the public. So we encourage you to show up. Party starts at 6 at the Hotel Renegade in 11th and Grove in downtown Boise. Follow the signs to where the party is going to be. Because we're not going to be down in the actual, lobby, with the Mucky Mucks, Big J. We're going to be high society tonight.
Oh.
So pay attention to where we're going to be, and you will find us. I'll say this. The further up you get in Hotel Renegade, the more likely you are to find our giveaway party tonight. I'll put it that way. So wear something nice, Big J. We have an opportunity for you to win your share of $10,000 plus a bunch of other prizes up for grabs, and we are going to have fun tonight. We encourage you to join us. It's going to begin at 6 p.m. It's presented by Skoglaw, CBH Homes, by Mart, of course, Hotel Renegade, and the X-Rocks. We're very excited. Big J, how much of the Broncos LA Bowl did you watch on Friday?
Not Saturday? Much. Didn't have a chance to watch much.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. It was over before it started. It was
I saw that, yeah.
not a great game. It was a great game if you're a Washington fan because they dominated. The Broncos scored 3 points on their opening drive and then basically was held scoreless until like 30 seconds left in the game. Final score 38-10. Quite frankly, it did not look like Boise State belonged in the same field as the Washington Huskies, who improved to 10-4 on the season, and they are very happy they got it. Listen, a couple of things. I mean, obviously, no, Maddox Mason, people were calling for him to be benched at halftime, and he was. He did come out in the second half after throwing 2 interceptions in a boot. So obviously, he either re-aggravated that injury that he was facing over the last couple weeks, or he was faking it for the cameras. I like to believe that he was actually hurt. But then, they were all cheering for Matt Cutsforth, and he came in and he looked even worse somehow. He threw 3 interceptions. He did throw for more yards, but the whole second half, the Huskies were in the prevent defense, essentially, and he still threw 3 interceptions against that. So it really was not a good look for the Broncos. Yes, they were missing their left tackle, but that's it. Everybody else for the Broncos showed up, and this is a team that was just outplayed at every position. And so it raises questions about the quarterback position because Madsen's coming back for his senior year. Danielson, right after the game, said even though Madsen was benched, he is going to be the starter next year. The question fans have is, how good is he? Maddox does pretty well against, lesser teams, but the second there's a challenge, he has yet to answer the call, I guess, is the real problem. And so what do they do with the quarterback position for the Broncos? And then, of course, looking into the Pac-12 as they change conferences, we have a whole new set of things. Although, again, the Pac-12 is now just the Mountain West, just the better teams only.
Yeah.
So they got nobody to beat up on, I guess, is my point.
Yeah, well, listen, this team has not performed well in bowl games for quite some time.
It's been 3 years since they've won.
So that's concerning. I think, the whole Cage Casey thing was really upsetting for a lot of people, and I'm sure that affected things dramatically. And it's the exact opposite of what all the love that we had last year from Ashton sticking around, and I think the morale of the team was questionable.
Why?
Because their captain decided, I'm not even going to go.
Yeah, but this is college. Everybody does this.
It's
Every
one
team
thing to
has
say,
this.
I'm not going to play, but
Sure.
not to even go on the trip with your team,
Yeah.
your captain, that's problematic.
I will not put this all in his lap. I feel like that's a little bit much. I think, you look across the board
No,
at
definitely
college
not.
football programs, and anybody that's worth a crap that's not playing in the college football playoff is doing the exact same thing. They're looking out for number one, and that's just the state of college
Not
football.
playing is one thing. Not even
Sure.
going or participating with the team.
I think you
is
find that.
different.
I think you'll find that more than you think. I don't think that that's a him-only situation. I do believe it happens more, but it's a story here because it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
And we want somebody to blame, I think, is the other thing, because the team played so poorly. But I truly cannot put that all in his lap. I don't
it's
blame
easy.
him
I
at
know
all.
who to blame. Coach Danielson. He's the coach.
I just
He says all the right things, but there just doesn't seem to be the goods there.
I think this season has exposed how depth problems for the Broncos.
Yeah.
And I think there's a recruiting issue there. And people are blaming NIL money, but I don't think that's the entire story. I think that there is an opportunity to play here, and I'm not sure it's being exploited as well as it could be. I think Danielson is a guy that you enjoy in once you're playing for him, and I think he does say all the right things, and I think the players love him. I don't know how he and his team do to get people into the building. That's my one question I have, and we'll never know the answers to that. I just watched that game, and I was like, man, it's not even a coaching problem. They're not getting out-coached. There's just better players on the other team, and it's not even close. And it's supposed to be that way in the world of college football. There's a Big Ten football team. There is a mismatch there for sure, but it's been a long time since it looked that mismatched on the field when guys are towering over other players. You're like, oh, yeah, they just have better athletes.
Yep.
Full stop. It's the way it works. Big J, elsewhere in the world of sports, according to a new study, PGA Tour players play worse than they're paired with golfers who don't share their political views. Isn't that weird?
That's weird.
That is really, really weird. Why that question would even be asked is also weird, but researchers found that golfers playing in politically mixed groups score 0.2 strokes worse per round, ranked approximately 2.5 positions poorer, and face 5.3% reduced probability of making the tournament cut. Now, here's why it's weird. So I lived in Phoenix for a very long time, had a chance to go to several PGA Tour events, right? And even when I'm following around, like there was times where we would follow around Tiger Woods and just kind of go in hole to hole. They literally do not talk to the other people they're on the course with, other than their caddy. And there's not a lot of interaction with the other golfers they're paired up with because they're in the quote-unquote zone. You know what I mean? And so it's not like they're hanging out before the tee box and going, hey, who you voting for this year? That's what I mean. That's why I find it strange and weird. Like, there's not a lot of conversation betwixt golfers, unless they're friends already. That's happening. And even then, it's like before the match and then after. There's not a lot happening hole to hole. They're all zoned in and they're talking to their caddy and stuff. So it was a weird thing to see. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But I guess it apparently does affect them in some way, shape, or form.
Nope, it's 100% weird.
I guess so. Big J, Five Nights at Freddy's had its night in the sun. Now get the hell out of the way. Zootopia is back on top of the box office. Zootopia 2 made another $26 million. That puts it over $1.13 billion worldwide. That's pretty good if you're keeping track at home. Five Nights at Freddy's, number 2, $19 million. Wicked for Good, number 3 with $8 million. Dunderhog, number 4 with $3.5 million. And Now You See Me, Now You Don't, in 5th place with $2.4 million. The brand new comedy from James L. Brooks, Ella McKay, did not do well. Opened up at 6th with $2.1 million. The reviews weren't helping it, I don't think. But that's a star-studded comedy, Big J. So if you were into it,
I've never even heard of it.
Where was I? I thought I saw the preview with you when we went to see a movie last time. It didn't look very good at the time. But
well, there you go. I mean,
I'm just saying,
very good.
It's got a lot of stars in it. Sometimes that brings people to the show. James L. Brooks is obviously an acclaimed writer-director. Has done a lot of good things in his life. It did not appear that Ella McKay was one of them. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. It is the X-Rux. That is Robert Zombie. That is Dragula here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Has the holiday season hit you between the eyes yet, Big J, or it still doesn't feel like it?
Yeah, it doesn't really, I mean, the weather's been so nice.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it.
That's kept me out of it a little bit.
Did the tree get decorated this weekend? Did it help it feel like a little bit more like Christmas inside?
Yes, a little bit.
Beautiful. And, of course, maybe that's what you need to get into the spirit. But there's lots of different things that people do in the kitchen and elsewhere that make them feel like it's Christmas time and holiday time as well. For instance, is there anything that you enjoy, like drinking during the holiday season that maybe you don't usually during the regular part of the year?
Yeah, anything to excess.
Okay. I love getting hammered for the holiday.
No, I'm not. No eggnog here. No, there's no concoction.
There's lots of holiday flavors and particular drinks that make their way this kind of to the U.S. during wintertime and holiday time. So it's not a surprise that there are a ranking of things that people like and enjoy. I guess I don't necessarily consider this a Christmas kind of beverage, but when you think about it, I suppose it makes sense. Hot chocolate is the number one Christmas time drink for people. They say they don't usually drink it, but around Christmas time it makes them want to. It's the number one holiday drink in 13 states, including Vermont, South Dakota, Delaware, and Mississippi.
Now,
go ahead.
We do this. We when we have guests over, when we're for having something, we have a hot chocolate bar that we put together.
Okay.
So it's got like all kinds of stuff you can put on it, and
I think that qualifies. That probably qualifies as like your family's favorite holiday drink.
Not on a regular basis.
Right.
But
do you partake?
Yeah.
All right. See, there you go. I think I would suffice it to say hot chocolate is your favorite holiday drink. Another traditional holiday drink, which also happens to be the number one in the state of Idaho, which is something that I don't think I've ever had. Hot apple cider. You ever had that?
Yes. So my brother-in-law, Matt, makes something called wassail.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what it is.
See, when I started this, you had no idea what I was talking about.
I didn't. No, you asked me if I had any.
What now?
And I'm like, no.
What makes it wassail? It's hot apple cider.
I don't make it.
Is there alcohol in it or something? Okay,
there's no alcohol.
Got it. Well, that's very popular this time of year. It earns the top spot in 11 states, including Idaho, Montana, Nebraska, Kansas, and Alaska. But then coming in at number 3 is what Big J had mentioned at the beginning. People like to get hammered during the holiday season. For some reason, espresso martinis top the list. That apparently is a wintertime beverage. It's the number one holiday beverage in 11 states, including New Jersey, Kentucky, Louisiana, and Nevada. Further down the list is the Amaretto Sour, which also apparently is a holiday drink. It doesn't feel like it is to me. Hot toddies are there as well, so there's an opportunity for you to incorporate lots of booze. Eggnog, Big J, while it's very much something that is holiday themed, only the favorite holiday drink in one state. So there's that.
All right.
I'm not an eggnog fan either, but that's just me. I know you said you don't like it, but I know several people that just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty gross. But hey, listen, to each their own. As long as you're happy and you're enjoying it and you're doing it safely, all more power to you. I don't know if the alcohol that could be slipped into eggnog makes it taste better, but I'm guessing it probably has to, at least a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, but some people also just like, hey, anything I can do to make this alcohol more tolerable.
I
gotta drink it.
The eggnog. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll check in with Mrs. Big J, see how Big J's weekend was. That's coming up next on the X Rocks. Soundgarden fell on Black Days here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, if we're being honest, over the last 3 weeks, you and your wife have been strangers. Lots of globetrotting for the missus over the course of the last couple of weeks, but luckily for us, she's been popping in town just on the weekends, good enough to give you a grade and check in and see exactly how you're doing. We didn't get to check in. How was your weekend overall before we get to Kylie?
It was pretty mid.
Okay.
I don't expect good things here.
Okay.
I did not do much.
You were coming off an A-. You had the house cleaned. You were very happy off of your
I'm not gonna
last
do it
trip.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, listen, the wife went to Reno for a week and then came back this weekend. Good morning, Kylie. How are you? Hang on 1 second. I got to press the on button. Good morning, Kylie.
Idiot.
Sorry.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us. Is Big J speaking the truth? Was it a little bit underwhelming compared to what you came home to last trip?
Yes. Yep. He was doing cooking outside on the grill, and he spilt some type of liquid all by the back door, never cleaned it up, so there's a frozen patch of some kind of food liquid.
What happened?
I don't even know what it is.
I told you what it was a couple times. It's when I made the brisket, right? This is from Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I was all by myself, and so I had to open the sliding glass door, and I did it, and like beef broth sloshed all over the place. And we got 2 cats that they can't wait to get outside the house for some reason. So that was a problem, and I was in a hurry, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to clean that up at some point with like the pressure washer. Of course, it's been kind of cold out, so yeah, I just like, you know what, it'll be fine. Dogs will lick that up here in a couple weeks.
All right. So, is it like a danger to footing walking outside?
It's not a danger.
I don't know how much of a spill it is.
I cleaned the majority of it up, but there's some spillage left that's kind of like frozen, and it seems now like it's embedded in the concrete. So it's part of it.
Mistakes were made, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it. Anything else on the list, Kylie?
No, I mean, he didn't do much. I mean, I think he ate out most of the time I was gone last week because the dishwasher was the same dishwasher that I loaded and ran.
No, that is incorrect. I loaded that dishwasher. Nice try,
it looks
lady.
Similar. It looks similar to the stuff that I added to
You're
it.
supposed to come on here and be honest and truthful.
I am. He didn't do much. It was football. We were, Phillip Rivers was very important in our house yesterday.
Oh, God, really?
Who doesn't want to see that show?
Oof, I did.
Yeah, a lot of screaming.
Okay.
So no, it was football. It was football Sunday. No other chores. Usually he does laundry. He didn't do laundry this weekend, actually.
Damn, Big J, just taking the weekend off.
Tired of it.
All right. Well, I mean, it sounds like it was pretty much vacation weekend for Big J.
Yeah, I said F it.
All right. Is there another F in Big J's life?
No, I'm gonna give him a D plus.
Okay, a D plus for the weekend grade. Big J, response, please.
Well, she didn't even mention us, arguing, trying to put the lights on the tree. She said, no, here's the thing. She said a couple days ago, she's like, do we even need to put anything on the tree?
That's quite the reversal, Kylie.
Yeah.
You're usually very Christmassy.
Yeah.
What's going on?
We have 2 Christmas trees lit up already.
Oh.
It's just
Outside,
the third Christmas tree.
outside. The live one that we must have a live Christmas tree in our house. She did not want to decorate.
Well, it just looks beautiful without any lights on it, actually. It looks really pretty. We have lights right on the other side of the window with 2 trees. We have, trees with ornaments on the walls. I mean, we have a lot of Christmas stuff.
Well, what are you
I
complaining
just thought,
about?
you know what? Yeah.
That sounds like your dream. You don't have to hang anything up on the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I don't even want a live Christmas tree that I had to drag in the house, and we had to do all the trimming, and there's stuff everywhere. And you got to put water in it every couple days. I'm like, we could have a fake damn tree that's got everything on it already. You just pop it up. It's right there.
Kylie,
So that's why I'm like, this is unacceptable.
are you coming around on the fake Christmas tree at all, or are you still committed to the real one?
Oh, absolutely not. No fake Christmas
All
tree.
right.
And that takes away from his space in his precious garage. So, no, it's live tree.
There's no space in
Kyle-
there.
Yeah.
There's
no.
baby toys that don't even belong. We don't even have a baby.
You're correct, but they are going to our nieces and nephews, who 4 of them are pregnant right now. So that's what they're for.
When?
In June.
Okay.
All right. Well, see, listen, we're chipping away. That's the beauty of this segment sometimes. So
I'm getting a storage facility.
a D plus, Big J, for the weekend, coming off of an A minus. Not great, but it sounds like you have been
I didn't put any
resolved to your
effort,
fate.
so I can't blame anybody but myself.
You can blame Philip Rivers, it sounds like.
No.
Kylie,
you almost won the game.
Thank you very much for joining us. As always, we appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your week, okay?
You too. Take care.
Thanks. Bye. God, she's so nice. Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah.
There's Big J's weekend grade. We've got some important stuff that's next on the X-Rocks.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by Monday Night Football. Don't want to hang out with Big J and I tonight out at the holiday giveaway party? That's cool. We got counter programming for you, Holmes. Adam going to be out at McCleary's in Garden City on State Street, 9155 State Street tonight for the Monday Night Football game with Pittsburgh and Miami. So if you want to check out some football, win some stuff from the X-Rock stock, well, boy, take two. Get some great drink specials from McCleary's Pub. You have an opportunity to do that tonight. Shock Top will be out there, 10 Barrel Pub Beer as well. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And if you want to just get your football on and relax and enjoy and win some stuff, you certainly can. Adam going to be out there tonight in Garden City on State Street at McCleary's for Monday Night Football. Come on out and join us, will you? Big J, you're on TikTok.
Yeah.
Would you say you are part of any talk-like subculture? Like, are you on Food Talk a lot? Like, you know how they get nicknames for things like that? Like, where you all of a sudden are watching a ton of categories about a particular thing?
No,
Or a ton of
it's-
videos about a particular category?
Pretty free, right? Like, I'll get, spurts of things. So if I, like something, and I'll get that a little bit, but then I'll move off that and purposely like something else. So I'll get something else in my feed.
Got it. So it's not,
Try
you're
to
not
keep
like,
it, variety.
got it. It's not just motorcycle videos and food videos for you on TikTok.
Right.
But that's a pretty good chunk of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are part of what they did was they ranked how much people in these subcategories watch TikTok video. The number one most engaged, or I guess addicted to, are people on FinTalk. Do you know what FinTalk is, Big J?
Sharks?
Nope.
Okay, I don't.
Financial videos for people investing or advice that they can get or financial content on TikTok. They're the people that are locked in the most. The average person who is involved in FinTalk watched 416 hours of it in 2025. Millennials led the way, but here's the thing. People that are on FinTalk are saving money and making money. Now, not a ton, an average to $400 to $500 a year, but that's more money than they had going in. So they're getting some interesting and some advice that they can use when they log on to it. Book Talk is number 2. I do believe I'm definitely locked into that side of things. I have a lot of book videos that come across my way on TikTok, but they've pointed me in the right direction too, a lot of ways. And then things like Film Talk are number 3, Food Talk number 4. So there's lots of different categories that you can fall into. But no matter what category you're in, if you're locked into one of these, you're probably watching 325 to 350 hours of content per year. That's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a lot of time, in case you're curious. But that's what people love. Big J, it was a brutal weekend NFL-wise for injuries for marquee players. The first to go down was Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game in the fourth quarter as he was trying to lead the Chiefs from a come-from-behind victory. He landed awkwardly on his right knee, or his left knee, excuse me. It looked like it was a hyperextension when it first originally happened, but it was clear that he was in pain and having trouble getting off the field. He did tear his ACL. So he is done for the season and a majority of next season. The loss for the Kansas City Chiefs also eliminated them from the playoffs. The Chiefs now sit at 6-8, and so now they got to figure out what's going to happen. But Patrick Mahomes is going to need surgery. As you know, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. Yesterday's loss against the Denver Broncos was catastrophic for that football team.
Yeah.
I figured that they were going to lose the game. That much didn't surprise me. I did not expect 5 players to go down during the course of that game.
Yeah.
And so now, conservatively, while they do think Christian Watson's going to be okay, the Packers are down 7 of their top 10 players for the year. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, including the one they made a big trade for.
Micah Parsons, he also appears to have torn his ACL yesterday, which means he's gone for most of next year as well. And so, that is, I honestly, as I concern, granted, I'm not your normal, everything is amazing, my team is undefeated fan in the world of football. But yesterday was one of those days where I literally sat down and I'm like, man, I'm so happy I don't take this stuff seriously anymore, because it really would have been awful. But I truly do believe, with all my heart, as close as everything is, I think the Packers missed the playoffs at this point. I think that defense is god-awful without Micah Parsons. I think the only reason why they're serviceable is because he can apply pressure, and when they don't get pressure, that secondary is exploited as they were yesterday, and it's a real problem for them. And now they lost 4 offensive linemen yesterday, and that line's already bad. I really think the Packers could possibly lose out and miss the playoffs at this particular point. It's just brutal. I mean, whatever contending you thought they might have had is truly gone.
Especially when it happens all at once.
Yeah.
Losing all of them at the same time.
I mean, already lost Tucker Kraft for the year. That was already brutal. Yeah. And people were going down like crazy on that turf yesterday. I don't know what the hell was going on, but was not good.
I mean, there's there's several others throughout the afternoon too.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was just bad. And so
I didn't see what happened with Puka Nacua, because he went in.
He was in cramps. He was fine. Yeah,
oh, okay. Thank God.
But Devontae Adams has a hamstring injury, which could keep him out for a couple of weeks.
I was more concerned about you.
Well, you should be. I am as well. So we got ourselves some real problems here. So now you're looking at a playoffs that's not going to have the Chiefs. Probably after the last night's loss, not going to have the Cowboys. Not going to have Micah Parsons. May not have the Lions. Maybe not have the Packers. Maybe not. And so it's it'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out.
It'll be fun for a lot of people. I wonder what Chiefs fans are more upset about, that they're out of the playoffs or that Patrick Mahomes is out for at least a year.
I would hope it would be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but I'm just both of those at the same time is gut wrenching, and they're gonna accept the terms that they're not gonna be in the playoffs this year. It's got to be crazy for them.
10 years. It's been 10 years since that team hasn't made the playoffs. But
10 years.
All dynasties come to an end, man. Yeah. I mean, it's just the reality of the world of sports.
What goes up?
That's right.
Must come down.
And then I think the hardest part, and that's the hardest part of the Micah Parsons injury yesterday, is watching all the celebration. That's what it was like. When I look at stuff like that, I'm like, this is why I'm happy I don't take this stuff seriously, because you go on the comment section and everybody's like, oh, Jerry, whatever, you know what I mean? It's God, somebody's season's over. What are we doing? And then all the Chiefs, the haters are all up in arms, and it's that's probably what sucks more, is they have to deal with their friends being jackasses about it. And
especially when you've been good for so long.
Right.
The up and comings, it's going to happen.
And so I'm not happy. And I would never be happy anybody got hurt for the year. And whether it's my team or somebody else's team, I hopefully take the high road. But I realize at this point that I'm in the minority of sports fans in that particular world. Big J, speaking of god-awful things that happened yesterday, watching this news story kind of pan out over the late hours of last night were pretty awful, involving legendary filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer. There were news, I think it was around 8 o'clock at night, I saw this news story come across that 2 bodies were found in the home of Rob Reiner in Brentwood, LA, and that's not great. And then, details started to come out where they're not sure if it was him or just somebody associated with him and his family. And then they released the ages of 78 and 68. And then people were like, okay, Rob Reiner's 78, his wife is 68. This cannot be good. And it was a homicide situation. And then, other details started coming out where it's yes, unfortunately, it is Rob Reiner and it is Michelle Singer. And then they arrested his son, Nick, that was involved in drugs for a large portion of his young life in connection with this. And they think that he is the one that stabbed his parents to death. And like everything about this is just awful and sad and terrible. And so the Hollywood community obviously rallying around Rob Reiner, who has been an icon in this industry since his dad has been around. I mean, his dad was an icon. He was an icon, first as an actor, then as a director himself. Listen, do yourself a favor. Look up Rob Reiner's IMDb and look at the movies he directed from like 1984 to 1994. Like that 10-year stretch, he's untouchable, dude. I mean, he's got Stand By Me in there. He's got The Sure Thing with John Cusack in there. He's got A Few Good Men in there. He's got The Princess Bride in there. I mean, he's got Misery in there. There's just like, he went on a run that was incredible. And Spinal Tap kicked it all off for him in 1984. He just released the sequel to that not too long ago that wasn't as well received, but still was working to this day. And it certainly is a bummer. He certainly will be missed.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, he's just an icon. An icon, and it's a bummer the way that story ends, for sure. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We're going to go to hell. It's next on the X Rocks.
Up. Oh, man, we're going to hell.
Let's not kid ourselves. I'm going to hell, and you know it.
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
We're headed to Florida for today's We're Going to Hell story, Big J.
Yeah, home.
And when it comes to, intimate encounters, I don't think I'm out of bounds when I say most people prefer some sort of degree of privacy, right?
Yeah.
Like private time, in your room, in your house, whatever. Usually in the confines of your own home. But those particular rules or etiquette does not apply to Sharon Kaczynski. Now, she is 45 years old, and Big J, for the second time in 3 months, she is now facing criminal charges for publicly getting it on with male acquaintances just in parking lots, dude. Now, Sharon and her partner this time around were arrested this week and charged with indecent exposure, disorderly intoxication, engaging in unnatural and lascivious acts in connection with some sort of noon kind of tryst, if you will, on November 30th in the parking lot of a Winn-Dixie in the Florida Keys. Now, if you're not familiar with Winn-Dixie, that's like a grocery store. That's like getting it on at a Fred Meyer,
Okay.
Like just in the parking lot. And somebody walked by her and like, are those people? Yeah, they are. We should probably call somebody. So somebody called 911, and they said that people were having sex right outside the Winn-Dixie. And when a cop showed up, he found two people just laying in the parking lot, Big J, getting it on.
Were they in a car?
No.
Was this out in the open on the asphalt?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Specifically, like straight up pants down, getting it on the asphalt, according to the arrest report.
Damn.
As the sheriff's deputy approached, the pair started pulling up their pants. And it was very clear to the officer the second they showed up that both of these people were hammered. And keep in mind, it's noon on a Wednesday, and they are hammered. So they arrest the couple, and as they're bringing them in, they're like, "Oh my God! Like this Sharon girl's got a little bit of a rap sheet." Yeah, you know what? Back in August, this is the same Sharon that we arrested at 2:40 in the afternoon for a sexual encounter behind a Tom Thumb gas station in Marathon, Florida. She was getting it on with some other dude right there, right by the dumpster, which honestly, dumpster by a gas station may be one of the least romantic places in the entire world, right?
This doesn't sound like it's about romance, though. I'm not sure that that's part of the equation.
I suppose you're right.
But it is a dirty place to be.
Now, this time, a patrol officer was just driving by, and he had to do a double take. Like, is that people having sex right there by the Tom Thumb dumpster? Pulled up on him, and sure enough, 2:40 in the afternoon, pants down, getting it on, right there by the dumpster, on the ground again. Like, what's going on here?
I mean, not have a car, I guess.
I guess not. Would you be shocked to find out that at that particular point, the two people were also hammered, highly intoxicated,
Might have a drinking problem.
surrounded by several beer cans and a vodka bottle right there by the Tom Thumb. So they were doing the hard stuff, and then they're like, I don't know, I guess, let's get it on. The Tom Thumb manager, after he found out this was happening, they wanted to press charges because the suspects were disturbing her place of business. You don't want to have people having sex out by the dumpster.
Yeah. Nobody
That's where
wants to
people
go
throw things
to
away.
Tom Thumb, do whatever they do in there.
So back in August, she pleaded no contest, and who knows what's going to happen this time around. But again, I'm not here to kink shame anybody. If getting it on in public has always been a fantasy of yours, I guess that's not that crazy. But, like, I do believe that there is a line between, like, this is something that you want to experiment with, and then just dropping trow in a parking lot and getting it on the ground. Like, that seems like you're just taking it a step too far.
Yeah, it's not really okay either.
And no, and then you're involving things like Winn-Dixie and Tom Thumb in your escapades, and they don't want to be involved in this. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Wawa's starting to wonder what's up.
Yeah, I've got a next. So, please keep your clothes on in public. Kids don't need to see that. They're just trying to grab some baseball cards at the Winn-Dixie. You know what I mean? Yeah. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X-Rocks. X-Fest, Big J?
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
It was very awesome.
At a Chevelle rabbit hole here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. And tonight is your night, bro. Maybe. As we have our big, gigantic, large, and inclusive holiday giveaway party for the X's Treasure. It's going to be pretty damn awesome. The holiday treasures will be giving away tonight at Hotel Renegade in downtown Boise, 11th and Grove. For those of you that got qualified by playing Santa's Naughty List, congratulations. You already know the drill. By God, we reached out to you via phone, via email. You're going to text message today just to remind you, you know where you need to be and when you need to be there. But this is for those of you that try. Maybe you got through. Maybe we tripped you up a little bit on Santa's Naughty List. Never intentional, but it certainly can happen from time to time.
Yep.
You'll have an opportunity to join us tonight because this holiday party is open to the public, man. We are going to have ourselves a good time. We are encouraging you to show up because we are going to draw 3 additional names this evening. You can put your name in a hopper, and quite frankly, you could be part of the final giveaway as well. And the way it's going to work, Big J, is we are going to litter Hotel Renegade with stockings. You understand?
Yeah.
And in each of those stockings, guaranteed to be some prizes. You're walking away with something tonight. The question becomes your choice in what stocking you choose could have a serious impact in the rest of your holiday season, because we are also giving away, along with another great bunch of prizes, like tickets to a bunch of things. We got Tree-Fort tickets that we're giving away. We got basketball tickets to BSU that we're giving away. You got some lottery scratchers in there that you could possibly win tens of thousands of dollars in. But also, we're giving away cold hard cash. $10,000 as a matter of fact, and you can win your share of it. So here's the deal. We've split it up into a bunch of different stockings. One stocking will have 5,000 American dollars in it, Big J. That is a pretty nice grand prize. There are other stockings that are going to have $2,500 in them, some $1,000, some $500, a couple of $250 stockings. So we're spreading out the love. The point is, if you've qualified, you're going to have a pretty good chance at winning some cash tonight. So we want you to come on out, grab a stocking, and maybe, just maybe, inside is going to be some pretty awesome stuff. And could possibly be $5,000. So if you have qualified, you know where to be. You got to be at the Hotel Renegade, 11th and Grove in downtown Boise by 6. That's when the party is going to start. You have to be registered and signed in by 7, because that's when the drawing is going to start. And if you haven't actually qualified and you want a chance at those last chance qualifications, get there between 6 and 7 tonight. If you're there past 7, I'm sorry, you're too late. You can still hang out with us at Hotel Renegade and look pretty cool.
Yeah.
But your opportunity to win things will have passed. So we encourage you to show up and be there. Jay and I are going to be out there. We're going to be having some fun tonight. And we encourage you to come on out and join us. Special thank you to Skog Law, Idaho's injury attorneys, CBH Homes, Idaho's #1 home builder, Bi-Mart membership discount stores for being a part of the fun, Hotel Renegade for letting us host our big holiday treasure giveaway party there tonight. And if you don't mind, can I pat ourselves in the back as well?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks to the X for putting this on. It's pretty cool, man. So I'm looking forward to tonight and hanging out with you guys and giving away a bunch of prizes, and hopefully you are as well. But wanted to once again extend the invite if you were unaware. If you're qualified, you already know the drill, but you have a chance to come on out there and join us. Any advice for people picking out stockings tonight, Big J?
I don't know. It's my first foray.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there last year.
No.
Where were you last year? When we did
I
it?
think I was off.
You're on vacation?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. But yeah.
Stockings are my favorite.
Oh,
So
okay.
I do love the stockings.
I will. This is not spoilers because, obviously there has to be some method to our madness. But the idea here is all the stockings are going to look the same. There may be some different colors, but there's not going to be any change of girth or largeness to them in size. They're supposed to look pretty much the same. So nobody will know what the stocking has in. Do you lean towards a favorite color? If there were, say, like red and green stockings hanging on the wall, do you know which one you'd be magnetized toward?
Go green, baby.
All right.
Like money.
All right, see? We'll see if it pays off tonight. Best of luck to everybody who's joining us, and let's have some fun tonight at Hotel Renegade, 11th and Grove in downtown Boise. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Some important stuff next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by T-Moz and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Getting finance at T-Moz even easier than ever thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved. Not a single effect on your credit. You're living the dream, dude. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com today. See what you can get pre-qualified for. We talked about this earlier this year as a possibility, but now it appears that it's locked in. Big J, correct me if I'm wrong. OpenAI is the same company that Disney just signed that deal with, right?
Yes.
Okay. OpenAI also announced on Friday that it's officially going to bring erotica to ChatGPT. We talked about how, maybe you'll soon be allowed to have adult conversations and get really weird and graphic with your preferred chat model. And now OpenAI says, yep, adult mode will make its debut in the first quarter of 2026, specifically on ChatGPT. So OpenAI is basically rolling out the new system slowly as they're wanting to make sure, and so far they're like, the one problem we have is people have been able to break through our age restrictions pretty easily. And that's not great when you're talking about erotic and adult mode kind of stuff. So the programmers are currently testing different age verification technology, but they have no doubt they'll still be able to roll this out in either the first 3 months of 2026, whatever it may be. But it's an opportunity for you to have adult experiences on the chatbot. And that will develop a customized personality over the course of conversations with the adult user. And it's going to get real weird really quick.
Too late. Already there.
Is it? Are people already having like adult weird pervy conversations?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Sure.
What does it
we
say?
We talked about it. What do you mean, what did it say?
It'll say anything at this point, no matter what?
Well, I just last week I went in and was doing some stuff, was looking at master prompts, and a thing came up, and it asked if...
Did you mean master bleep?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And it asked, what kind of personality you want it to bring back to you. Do you want it quirky? Do you want it professional? Or do you want it like a little fun?
Flirty?
Yeah, I didn't say flirty, but I mean, I was kind of getting the vibe that they were putting down there. So, yeah, it definitely has some personality to it.
But it's not graphic, is I guess my point, right?
But if you... It's everything that you will want it to do. So if you want it to be that way, it will.
I thought it had restrictions on it that wouldn't let it do that, is the whole point of this.
I don't know. I mean, mine isn't flirty with me, but it's certainly awful nice to me sometimes.
No, I know it's complimentary,
So,
but that's because I think it wants you to continue to use it, and it releases those endorphins because it knows that stroking people's ego will make it come back to it. But
talking to the wrong guy here, pal.
I don't think that it's allowed or able to do graphic sexual conversations.
I'm not going to find out.
I thought that's what you were going to tell me that you tried last.
No.
Big J, you may not be familiar with Bowling Green linebacker Gideon Lamprone, but he had a really good season for the Falcons this year, coming off of a transfer that he had from Dayton, Ohio. He has announced that he is going to put his name back in the transfer portal. What makes this a pretty big deal is not only because he's had two really monster seasons in a row and has set himself up for probably a very big transfer portal NIL payout, but Gideon Lamprone has a very interesting middle name, Big J. His middle name is ESPN. That's his actual middle name. It's on his actual birth certificate. His dad is a huge sports fan, and so he thought it would be funny to give his kid the ESPN nickname or middle name on his birth certificate. And so far, the branding has worked. I mean, listen, he's transferred twice now. He could be headed to another school that's going to give him more exposure on perhaps his namesake, Big J, ESPN. So I don't know if that's would you go by that if that was your name? It's a pretty cool name to have as a sports person. No?
No.
Why not?
It doesn't, not even a name.
Well, it is now. I mean, it's literally his middle name, so it has to be. I mean, remember there was the Espin commercial that they made back in the day where people were naming their kids that? And now somebody actually did. So I bet you he probably pronounces it Espin if he says it at all. But not a lot of people go by their middle names, but some are forced to. But maybe if you're in the, a college linebacker and you have that on your birth certificate, don't think you'd take advantage of that? I
No.
will. So we'll see what ends up happening and where he ends up going, but maybe somebody to keep an eye on. Big J, we lost another face in Hollywood over the weekend. This one was Peter Green. He may not be a name that you're super familiar with, but I promise you he was one of those all-time that guys in a lot of different movies. For instance, he was the big bad in The Mask. Remember that, Big J? Dorian Tyrell in The Mask?
Yeah, not kind of.
Do you remember Zed in Pulp Fiction?
For sure, 100%.
That's also one of his iconic characters. He passed away in his Lower East Side apartment at the age of 60. His management confirmed it over the weekend. But he was in, he was in The Usual Suspects. He was in a ton of television shows, more than 100 movies in his career. Whether it was Tesla, City of Lies, Permanent Midnight, you saw him pop up and stuff. He has a great opening scene in the TV series Justified. I don't know if you ever watched that.
Yep.
But that scene perfectly kind of captures who Raylan Givens is and how he doesn't mess around and take bleep from anybody. And Peter Green is the guy playing opposite him.
Always plays a creep.
Yeah,
which is sad.
He was that bad guy character. There's zero doubt about it. But he was really, really good at it and had a hell of a career doing it. So rest in peace to Peter Green. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. Your Pop Culture Smackdown next on the X.
Pop Culture Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
And we've got an awesome prize here today, Nick. The Offspring Supercharged Worldwide concert is happening almost just about a month from now, January 19th, out at the Ford Idaho Center. And Bad Religion opening up. So this is a fantastic arena show. Can't wait for you to see it. Just got to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown to get these tickets for free.
All part of Offspring for Xmas. So if you want Offspring tickets for Christmas, then maybe you get on the phone. You're going to have to earn them, though. 208-287-1003 if you want to take on Big J in the world of popular culture Smackdown. Big J, how are you feeling after the weekend?
I mean, I'm slow.
Oh.
I'm real slow today.
Oh. Well, we'll see
Slower
how it
than
goes.
usual.
That's not a good sign for Big J. Could be a great sign for you. Hello, the X.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
All right, Chris, you're up first. Chris, Neve Campbell became a Scream Queen thanks to her role as Sidney Prescott in what horror film franchise?
Scream.
Right.
That is correct. You're officially taking on Big J. Big J, what popular musician's last name is Chacon?
Chacon. Popular artists, you say?
I would say, maybe their moment has passed, but they are certainly a household name. There's no doubt about it, regardless of what kind of music you listen to.
Let's go with Madonna.
That is correct.
Right.
That helped.
I did it.
I was going to say, I'm sure my hint probably pushed it a little bit over the edge. Hey, Chris, question number 2. Who played Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction?
That was John Travolta.
That is correct.
Right.
Big
Vincent
J,
Vega.
in May of 2020, which TV show broke the record for longest-running live-action comedy series when it was renewed for a 15th season?
I'm going to go with, did you say live action?
I did.
Okay. And it's a sitcom?
Yeah.
15, yeah, it's a long time. I don't got anything, man.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Wrong.
I mean, what if I tell you it's still on today? Breaking that record every time it has a new season.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And it's a sitcom.
I mean,
Live action sitcom.
It's a comedy series. I don't know what you define as a sitcom, I suppose. There's not a live audience there, if that's what you mean.
Okay, let's go with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but it's too late. You already said you give up. Congratulations, Chris. You got tickets to go check out The Offspring coming up on January 19th. Well
Told you I was
played.
slow.
Hang on 1 second. We will hook you up with those tickets. Enjoy that show on us. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got your headlines. They're next on the X.
It's headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines are as follows. Cattle call, get out, or repeat offender.
Get out!
A 22-year-old employee in Spain lost her job after she consistently arrived early for work. Now, that is against company orders, and so she was thrown the door.
Seems weird.
The woman showed up between 6:45 and 7 a.m. for 2 years, despite her 7:30 a.m. start time. Now, her employer told the Social Court of Alicante she was not permitted to clock in early or begin working before her official shift. And that's where the problem began. She would show up early and she would clock in and grab overtime hours. And the company's like, hey, your shift starts at 7:30. Don't be clocking in early. Doesn't matter what time you get here. The company issued multiple verbal and written warnings over the 2-year period, asking her, please follow your shift hours, not when you show up. But she ignored those warnings and arrived early on at least 19 additional occasions. And so the court then ruled that the dismissal was justified. What does Judge Big J say?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. All right.
I mean, pretty simple rule to follow.
I mean, you're right. It's one of those things where it's like, it sounds like it's pretty crazy to fire somebody for showing up to work early. But punching in and doing that work and then grabbing overtime hours, if the company asks you not to do that, unless obviously things are crazy, that's just insubordination, I think. Right?
Insubordination.
The employee also faced accusations of selling used company car batteries without authorization. So this person may not be on the up and up, Big J.
Huh.
You better watch out. Cattle call or repeat offender?
Repeat offender.
An innocent little raccoon that made some headlines last month when he broke into a liquor store in Virginia, smashed some bottles, and then passed out drunk in the bathroom isn't just some innocent animal that happened to wander into a liquor store, Big J. He's actually done it before.
What?
Now, Hanover County, the animal protection officers released a statement saying that after doing some investigation, turns out this raccoon is actually on its third break into a business. So it started about 4 months ago when apparently somebody called into animal control because a raccoon had broken into a karate studio. Now, when this happens, they obviously test them for rabies, and once they're clean, they tag the animal and release it out back to the wild, right?
Yeah.
About a month later, they got another call because a raccoon had broken into a DMV and got into the employee snack stash. They show up and it's this raccoon and they're like, damn, dude, what the hell? How'd you find your way back so quick? Released him back into the wild again. It's the same raccoon that broke into this store and got hammered.
Dude, this is proof reincarnation's real. Like, that's somebody who used to just be a person and do person things.
Well, now, wait, what makes you say that? Because they broke into 3 different places?
Yeah. That's not typical animal behavior, man.
And so they think it's because the raccoon has some families, because those businesses are kind of in the same area. So it's returning home to be by its family and then is just finding ways into these places. Or I guess it could be reincarnation and it used to be a person, but that's not what the animal protection officers are saying. They think there's a little bit more of a reasonable explanation for it. But it's the first drunk raccoon we've encountered in a while, so we got to give it at least a shout out.
Yeah.
Wrap it up with cattle call. Missouri authorities summoned cowboys on Wednesday of last week after a collision between 2 tractor trailers on Interstate 70 released 13 cattle onto the highway. So the Missouri Highway Patrol confirmed the crash, and they're like, we need help basically wrangling these cattle back into where they need to be. So they contacted a land and cattle company for assistance. So a bunch of cowboys showed up and were able to help out, and they were able to rein in these cows and get them back. Yeah, you know?
Sounds like a country song.
They were doing it the old cowboy way. The crew successfully captured all the escaped cattle. The good news also is both truck drivers escaped injury in the accident, so everybody's okay. And the cows are okay, and they're back where they needed to be. Probably on your plate tomorrow, Big J, for being perfectly honest.
Let's hope so.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It's the X Rocks. Nick and Big J. Let's do it. Let's talk about one of your favorite subjects, Big J, the great final frontier of space.
Space, Nick. Up in space, we put up a lot of stuff in space.
There's satellites up there. There's spaceships. There's aliens.
That's right. I don't know about that part, but the satellites for sure, especially if they're in a low Earth orbit, are now causing photobombing. It's wreaking havoc on astronomy photos, Nick. Scientists say if launches continue at the current pace, more than 1 in 3 images taken by the Hubble Space Telescope could be streaked with satellite trails within the next decade. For newer space telescopes, the damage could hit over 90% of images. Researchers suggest the solution doesn't have to involve getting rid of satellites. Instead, the key is being smarter about where they fly and when those telescopes snap their shots. Otherwise, our view of the cosmos may end up looking like less like distant galaxies and more like a sky full of traffic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's an inevitability because obviously we can only launch things so far in without causing ourselves some problems or losing some sort of way back in and getting us the shots that they're taking. And so obviously the satellites go right around that far as well, and they're going to be in the way of things. So I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the give and take.
A lot of space junk up there too.
Oh, dude. Yes, for sure. Yeah, and it's just floating anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. And so, I mean, I guess that's it. But how is it bad? Like, I mean, are these pictures like things that we 100% definitely need that we don't know are already there?
I would say if they're messing with the Hubble Space Telescope, that's important.
Okay.
But I mean, kudos to the first company who decides, hey, I'm going to be the junk removal in space guy.
Good luck with that. How you map that out would be a whole other thing
why
altogether.
isn't Blue Origin or SpaceX working on that problem?
But also, like, I mean, don't expect that to slow down the amount of satellites being launched into,
Oh, no, yeah.
we are past the point of no return there. Like, sure, take your pictures as long as we still have our internet. That's the only thing we care about. You know what I mean?
Let's see. It was like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, there was these recurring stories about Starlink satellites and how they were just falling out of the sky left and right, like 15 or 20 of them. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah. So, and like I said, they're getting launched all the time. The satellites will not stop. Whether or not they function anymore or do what they're supposed to is another question altogether. But we have reached a point where that trumps everything else.
I feel like we need a morning after satellite up there.
Why would we need one of those?
So that we have morning after GPS.
Okay.
Morning after.
What? So you know where we are at all times? Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Yeah.
Because there's only 2 of us.
I don't know.
You want people to know your assassination coordinates at all times?
No.
All right. I mean, it sounds like you do. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got your bad impressions. They're next on the X Rocks.
Bad impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Well, it's holiday time here in the Treasure Valley, and that's a time for fun, man. You can have at the Winter Garden Aglow at the Idaho Botanical Gardens for a family 4-pack. Get out there and check out the lights. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's the perfect time to do it. We'll get you set up with these tickets here if you can figure out bad impressions of this very famous actor, Nick.
God forbid we bring some Christmas into your life. If you want some of that action for you and the entire family, now would be the time to get on the phone. 208-287-1003. You are going to have to figure out bad impressions, however, which works like this. Big J is going to play out for you 3 clues. In those 3 clues, you'll find, hopefully, everything you need to figure out what famous person he's trying to be. If you can, congratulations. Winter Garden Glow tickets are yours. To the phones we go. Hello, the X. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?
Brian.
All right, Brian. You're up first. Good luck.
Years and years ago, before I hit the big screen, I was Dr. Ross on ER.
Give me another one.
Before getting into directing and writing, I starred in movies like From Dusk Till Dawn, Three Kings, and Ocean's 11.
We got George Clooney.
There you go.
Good job,
George
Brian.
Clooney.
Hang on 1 second. We will hook you up with those tickets to Winter Garden Glow for you and your entire family. What was clue 3 for fun?
I played Batman once.
Twice, technically. You forgot about the Flash.
You're right. I tried to forget about that.
Why is George Clooney in the news?
Listen, he's been doing some some press there for that movie, Jay Kelly.
Did you watch that yet?
No, I have not. It does not sound like it's a movie in my wheelhouse, Nick. But he is saying he's kind of changing a little bit about some of the roles he's choosing, and he just doesn't really see a lot of the romantic stuff. He's older. He's in his 60s now, and he doesn't want to kiss other ladies that aren't his wife.
All right.
So he's decided you won't be seeing me kiss on screen anymore.
Some really famous person did that back in the day. Who was it?
Oh boy,
Was it Paul Newman? Does that
yes,
sound like
it was. It was Paul Newman. Yeah, he made the same kind of deal later in his career as well, just because it just doesn't make sense, and I don't want to do it.
Well, he doesn't want to. He didn't want to insult his wife, right? Paul Newman.
Paul
I'm
Newman.
saying,
Yes. And so
who was also an actress, Joanne Woodward, and then George Clooney, of course, married now. I mean, he did. I'm trying to think. He did that romantic comedy with Julia Roberts about a year ago.
Yeah.
That was also bad. But I mean, in Jay Kelly, there's no romantic lead. It's not that kind of a movie. But I was excited for it because I like Noah Baumbach. I like his movies, and he also co-wrote Barbie, and so I was looking forward to this because Emily Mortimer, who's also in the movie, is an actress. She co-wrote this movie with him, and I like George Clooney. I like Adam Sandler. There's lots of things. Laura Dern's in it. She's always great, and I watched it, and it's got a really good ending. But that movie is like 2 hours and 15 minutes of slog.
Sounded like it,
and pretentious slog at that. And I was like, oof, magoof. I wanted to like it, but it's not a very good movie. I can understand why people. It's a little bit too. Like, listen, man. George Clooney is this huge Hollywood star in this movie, and it's like just him looking back at his career, and you're supposed to feel bad about one of the biggest actors ever that's super rich and everything, and it's like, sorry, buddy, it doesn't work. Does not work.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no sympathy for you because you're a bad family man because you were too busy being a movie star in this movie. So who knows? But if he doesn't want to, so no, I'm sorry, Big J, you won't be able to kiss George Clooney in any movies.
It's all right. I'll be all right.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. We will wrap up the show here next on the X Rocks. Latest from I Prevail into Hell, wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. We talked about the big holiday treasure giveaway party happening tonight at Hotel Renegade. We'll see you out there. Big J and I will be out there covering our bases, having some fun. The party starts at 6. If you want to come out and join us for those final qualification slots, you certainly can. We also had a chance to get a weekend grade from Big J. D+ this weekend, Big J. Not great. But you kind of knew it coming in. You reserved the fact that it wasn't.
I was aiming for it, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
All right. Sounds bitter, but okay. But it does leave you with the floor, sir.
Yeah, today, a birthday, Nick. Don Johnson. How old do you think Don Johnson is?
I mean, is he 70 yet? I'll put him at 68.
He is 76 years old.
All right. I was, a decade younger.
And he looks pretty good.
All right.
For 76. So.
Listen, I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw Don Johnson in. And
Rebel
it might have
Ridge.
been that Rebel Ridge. Yeah, that movie.
Yeah, he was. He's had some show called Dr. Odyssey, which is look like a, Love Boat type of scenario thing that didn't last very long.
I do feel a little bit bad about Don Johnson because it feels like anything he's being casted in now, he's got to play a racist. And it's been that way since Django. And it's not great. But he's also so good at it, which is troubling. And
he's a good actor.
I still wish him a very, very happy birthday. Is he going to pop up in that Miami Heat reboot? I hope so.
Miami Vice, you mean?
What did I say?
You said Miami Heat. Yeah. I have no idea.
I hope so. Was he in the first one that he did with Michael Mann? No. Okay. There was no homage to the TV show at all. Got it.
Well, I mean, not with cameos, anyways.
Right. They usually do that, but I think it was probably playing up the serious side of things a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll see this time around.
Have a little bit more fun. What do you think? Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if Sonny Crockett came in and just was the head of the division now? Was in charge. He was the chief.
Well, I mean,
order people around in like a pink pastel suit, telling them where to go. No socks. Just out there showing people what's what.
Socks and some penny loafers.
It'd be nice. Morning After with Nick and Big J. That is it for us. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew's up next. It's the X Rock.